Hello, lads, ladies, and lovelies. How is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is having a lovely day. Today, this is going to be a bit different. For starters, this is not a stream. This is a video. I decided to take the plunge and try to do a YouTube video. And it's something that is coming close to my heart for a while, actually, and that is the Disney Dreamlight Valley. I have been loving Disney Dreamlight Valley ever since the beginning, and I just love it. I love playing it. I love designing in it. I love doing the valley. I love doing the house. I love interacting with the characters and doing the quests and going into the realms and getting all the different objects that relates to all the different universes and so on and so forth. But you and I both agree that it still needs improving. Now, the Pride update did recently come. It came, and it is the biggest update we have ever had throughout the game. We got the new characters, Simba and Nala. We have the new realm. And we have the Easter egg hunt, which is currently for the is it for the event? Well, Easter egg hunt. We got lots of fairground stuff to design the park with, which I absolutely love. We have extra quests, especially if you are already level 10 with those characters, you still get those extra quests. Absolutely happy with that. Absolutely happy with that. That had been my gripe for a bit. As well as many other things as well. But you and I both know that it still needs improving, and that is what today's video. This is will be the PowerPoint presentation. I know, I'm becoming very professional now. A PowerPoint presentation of what I want to see in the future of Disney Dreamlight Valley. All right, so are we ready? Oh, and also this is an open discussion. You can comment down below to say if you agree with things, if you disagree with things, that is perfectly fine. Or you can go onto the Discord as well and talk about it and say you love Disney Dreamlight Valley, I love Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I want to see it thrive. So let's get to it. All right, are we ready? Are we ready to see my PowerPoint presentation? You probably need to go get your coffee or tea. This is going to be a long one, and this is amateur stuff, I'm going to be honest. This isn't with Adobe. This is with LibreOffice because I'm broke. So this is kind of a cheap way of doing the PowerPoint presentation, but I hope that my feedback and my opinion still comes through. Yes, I titled this, What I Want to See in the Future of Disney Dreamlight Valley, presented by Lily Tiger, streamer, VTuber, Tiger Queen. Yes, I am a Tiger Queen, or a Tiger Princess. It purely depends on my dress, I suppose. But yes, shall we get straight into the PowerPoint? Also, disclaimer, these are just my opinions. This is opinions are opinions, okay? This is not not attacking the game or the game company Gameloft. They have been amazing in listening to the community and improving the game in short amount of time. You are open to have your own opinions as well, to agree or disagree with my opinions, and open to discussion. As I said, there's comments down below. There's my Discord. We all love it. As I said, we all love the Disney Dreamlight Valley, and we want to thrive. We want it to thrive, and they do listen to us, take in our feedback and respond if they are thinking about it, if they think it's a good idea, if they have a problem with it or such and such. They're really good with that on their Twitter. And just because you disagree does not give you the right to spread hate. We do not allow any kind of hate here. We do not allow any kind of personal hate here. Any kind of hate speech against me or anyone in the comments will not be tolerated. Absolutely. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to give criticism. However, it does not give you the right to personally hate anyone. This is not what this is all about. If no racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, ableism, or any of the sort whatsoever, it shall not happen, not on my watch. And last but not least, Hakuna Matata. We all know what that means. We're just here to have fun. We're just here to enjoy ourselves. We're just here to wanting to talk about our favorite game. So it means no worries. We're just having a bit of fun. Right, let's get straight to it. This has been in my mind for quite a while now, and that is Valley needs to be bigger. Yes, indeed. It's coming. Like in every update, we seem to be getting new characters, like every update. 1, 2, hey, even 3. Like in the Toy Story update, we got 3. Was anyone expecting Stitch to come with this Toy Story update? I definitely didn't. That was a big shock. But yeah, we seem to be getting new characters every update, which I love. Don't get me wrong, before you start typing on the keyboard, hear me out. I do love seeing new characters. However, it is becoming concerning of if there's enough room for all these characters, because it's not just the characters, it's their houses as well. Have you seen their houses? They are huge. Like even for the toys and the rat. Like, have you seen Remy's house? It is massive. Like, I don't know where to put them, and I'm trying to figure things out because surely there will be other buildings to add along the way as well. I'm really like the fact that when you meet a character in the valley, they come with the house. Like Scar comes automatically lives in the elephant graveyard. That is good, but we still end up. But there's even Stitch, who we also meet in the valley, but we still have to buy a new house for him. Like, you know what I mean? There's just so much houses. Eric's house, for God's sake. That is a fucking castle. It is massive, and I don't know where to put it. Also, talking about Eric, how come Ariel and Eric can't live in together? Why do they have separate houses? I thought they're husband and wife. No, I feel like either condense the houses a little bit or make the valley bigger. That's what I feel. Next up, more questies with my besties. Now, I have been thinking about this for a while before the Pride update came, and the Pride update delivered. I was so happy of getting extra quests. But why do I still have this as a slide when there are now extra quests? I forgot to put Wally on there. I've only just found out that this morning Wally also has an extra quest. Thank you, Disney Dreamlight Valley. Absolutely. You can't see me because of my VTuber, but I'm actually holding a heart. Like, absolutely top tier. So I am so happy. Oh, particularly Minnie quest, top tier. She's still like very confuzzled about the purgatory. They call it the here and there, but we all both know it's purgatory, isn't it? But so I'm really happy that they are going back into what their friendship quest is about and have that continue on. I think that is super good, because and the reason why this is still up is because I want to see more of it for all the characters. Because level max 10 friendship should not mean the quests has to end. I feel like there is some that should still be continuing, Like, for example, Stitch's band. Whatever happened to that? Like, I don't know. I feel like we need some more. more like continuation from the friendship quests, you know. Here are some of the examples. Help Mirabelle bring her sisters into the valley. Do not freaking tell me that she had dinner with Anna and Elsa and not for one moment thought about her sisters. That would be so good. Bring her sisters into the valley. That would be so, so nice. Help Wally find Eva. I've only just realized this morning that Wally has an extra quest himself. I did not dive into it to figure out what that is about, but hopefully it is about Eva. Even if it's not finding Eva, like hopefully it would give like some kind of revelation, some hints that she's around. Teach Ariel about human objects. I feel like this is quite a theme with, this is definitely a theme with Ariel. Like Ariel is all about human objects. I think it's time to school her. Like it was funny at the beginning, but then it's just become an old joke. It's time to give her that education. Teach her about some human objects, particularly with the modern objects. Would you love to see her use a mobile? She would be so addicted. And not take it into the water, please and thank you, Ariel. Like, we do not want you to turn into sushi, lovely. That would be bad. Help Remy redecorate his restaurant. I so want to redecorate his restaurant. I'm probably the only one who thinks this. I do not like his restaurant design. So maybe that could be his quest. Maybe that could be his extra quest. Obviously not right now. This is not his extra quest. But maybe that would be nice. You know, because even though you're a great chef, Remy, you clearly have no style. Help Eric explore outside the valley, hopefully to expand. I was on the fence of either Moana or Eric, but then I decided to go for Eric because, hear me out, yes, I dislike Eric, but hear me out. Moana cares more about the ocean itself, while Eric is more about finding out things of what's going on. And maybe Moana is all about expanding too. Maybe both of them, both Moana and Eric can help us expand the valley. Absolutely. Eric has the experience and Moana has the determination. That would be good. Eric and Moana and me, and just go off and make the valley bigger. That would be brilliant. Help Stitch's band. As I said, we have not heard much about Stitch's band. Like in Stitch's quests, you help him find a band and you get him together with Eric and Kristoff. Why? I don't know. But it would be nice to see more of it. I would love to see more of it. And this is just a little stab in the dark. Build a playhouse for Mickey. Mickey is all about the playhouse. And that would be kind of good. And I am going to explain a bit more about this later on in the presentation. We need more hangout buildings. Because, yeah, you can make your own hangout areas. Like I made a barbecue on the beach, but no NPC hangs out in it. Why? Because they're not programmed to hang out there. They're programmed to hang out in Remy's restaurant and Scrooge's shop for some reason. And we definitely need some more hangout spots. Maybe we can help Mickey build a playhouse. That would be one hangout spot and a great place to educate Ariel in human objects. But all about the education. Next, cutscenes. I was playing the update of Mirabelle and Olaf almost religiously, and there are some parts where I wish there was a cutscene. Like, there are cutscenes in the main and the realm quests, absolutely, but I think friendship quests should get a pass as well. Like, should get some as well, because, you know, it keeps things a bit lively. I feel like the friendship quests is kind of dead, to be honest. Like, we get so much of the friendship quests and it's just not as lively. so not lively. So, like, for example, in Mirabelle, I think this is in Olaf's quest now that I think about it, but you still go and talk to Mirabelle, and she was telling you about try to handle the family turmoil between Donald and Scrooge, and they walk into the forest, and then basically disasters happened. That would have been a very funny cutscene. And also, this is quite important, if there's going to be a cutscene, it should definitely have a cutscene. There we go. I forgot to put it. Yeah, Scrooge and Donald in the forest, which would make a funny cutscene. Definitely, absolutely, definitely. But also, I think the level 10 max friendship quest, like right at the end, before the photo, there should definitely be a cutscene. Like, for example, seeing Olaf's play. Why isn't that a cutscene? Like, or seeing Stitch's band playing. Like, I would really love to see that. And you see the audience like happily clapping along. That would be such a great cutscene. And it can just be like really short, like 10 seconds. Like, it's probably a small thing, but it does make a big impact. It does make things a bit livelier, and it does make a friendship quests all worthwhile. And then you can have a photo together. Honestly, I think that would be so much better. And I know this wallpaper is absolutely jarring, but hear me out, hear me out. There's a reason for this, and I stand by this opinion. Give us a blooming flower stall. I hate foraging for flowers, particularly certain types of flowers for certain quests and crafting. The spawning of the flowers is taking so long, and even if they spawn more flowers, they might end up not be the right type of flowers, and then you have to wait longer. So I think we should get a flower stall just to make things a bit easier. Finding flowers in certain color and type can become tedious, particularly for a quest that involves crafting a balloon arch. Why does the balloon arch require so much flowers? Can't we get color from somewhere else? It takes days or even weeks, and having a flower store makes it a bit easier. And I'm not just talking about buying flowers from stores as well, from these flower stores as well. And it could be either way. It could be like Christoph's stall, where it's just one stall and it just gives you random flowers to generate, or like Goofy's stall, where there's a stall in each region that sells different flowers based on what flowers it grows in that specific region. It could be either way. But there's another thing that I really want as well: flower seeds. Why doesn't anyone think of flower seeds? There are times where all I just want to do is build a flower bed to make things pretty with the choices of the flowers that I want to grow, because I like crafting like flower pots and flower bases. But the problem with that is that they don't really let you choose the flowers. They kind of choose the flowers for you, and it can get a bit more creative than that. So maybe like build a base, but let us plant the flowers that we want. I think flower seeds, like buying flower seeds from the flower store, would be really, really good. But the question is, who would own the flower stall? There has been a little bit of a debate I have in my Disney Dreamlight Valley streams of who could own a flower stall. This has been brought up. So my choices are Mother Gothel. Maybe not. She does have knowledge with flowers. She was very obsessed with one golden flower that is absorbed into the princess. But it's experience, and the villain has got to do something. Snow White. Possibly, I would like an old princess to come into the valley and have them experience like new things, like Wally and a mermaid and stuff. So maybe Snow White. This is where the debate comes in, because what is Snow White has more experience with, animals or floral. Like, you know, like it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Fairies from Sleeping Beauty, they do live in the woods and they're very knowledgeable. Like, I do really like the fairies from Sleeping Beauty. They're such a sweetheart. And they're absolute sweethearts. Maybe they could help a little bit, but I think they're a little bit too magical. So if fairies from Sleeping Beauty did come, I feel like they're more inclined to help Merlin with magical stuff. And then it hit me. It hit me. The moment I was thinking about the flower store, I immediately thought of some pink frilly dress that is summoning flowers left, right, and center. And I'm just sitting here going, who the fuck is that? That is an existing character. And then it hit me like a fucking punch in the face. Like, I cannot believe I did not think of her sooner. Isabella. Isabella is the answer to everything. Absolutely. I think she would own a flower stall. And I don't think that she should come into the valley simply for the flower stall. I think she would be fantastic with Mirabelle as well. But now I don't know who watches Encanto. I've watched Encanto. I know it's all about family. Mirabelle is definitely all about family. And she proves that in Disney Dreamlight Valley when she's trying to help Scrooge and Donald. But the problem is with Mirabelle in Disney Dreamlight Valley is that she doesn't have any family on there. She's kind of on her own. So when she goes on about family and wanting to help family members, I'm just standing here going, well, Mirabelle, where's your family? Like, I feel like kind of a bee for saying that, but can you get my point? I think with Isabella there, it makes Mirabelle's point much more sense because in Encanto they had a rocky relationship at the start, and then their family ship or relationship blossomed even, and they just end up becoming the bestest friends. So it makes more sense for Isabella to be there. Also, this is my opinion, Isabella has the best character progression in the film, as well as the best song. Change my mind. Next, this one, there has been hints and hints about Belle, and people will not stop talking about Belle. But here is my opinion about Belle. If we're gonna get Belle, we should get a library. This is going back to more hangout spots. We definitely need more hangout spots. Absolutely. Where are the hangout spots? And why won't they use my hangout spots? Like, I want to see more characters hang out with each other more rather than just standing around in the valley. Yeah, more hangout spots for characters. This is simply not enough. And it would be nice to just see them just sit around, you know, cozying, even just reading a book. Like, you know, they're characters that do love books. Or like, Anna has a library and Merlin has their own section of books as well. So I'm sure they would love to have like a library, you know. Next, Belle is more knowledgeable with books than Merlin. Merlin only has magic books. Now, I can hear you going, well, what about Merlin? If you got books, you should go to Merlin. But the thing is, Merlin really doesn't specialize in books. He specializes in magic. So the books that he got is only like spell books and stuff. So if it's magic, then yeah, we go to Merlin. Maybe Belle and Merlin can work together. But with other books, like with so many different sort of variety of books, whether fiction or non-fiction and things like that, we definitely turn to Belle. Belle would be so great at that. There would be more different books that could be useful: cooking, gardening, crafting, secrets, maybe even understanding different species of characters like toys, monsters, lions, aliens, like, you know, like like maybe give us a little bit of information about them, you know. That would be quite interesting. It'd be like a little thing, but it'd be kind of like Witcher 3 when you have like a list of bestiary and you get like it gets like a description. That could be really, really cool. I kind of like the idea of that. Like, for example, like species toys, they would say, you'd be surprised to know, but toys are actually alive, but not in a haunting, killing way, as in I want to be your friend way. But when the humans comes in their presence, they immediately act like a toy. Because in all honesty, who wants a toy that can talk back to you or something like that? Like, that would be quite a nice little thing. And there should be like little mini games that involves the books, like a little bit of something, you know. My choices, the things I thought of were like finding snippets of fairy tales and have to guess which fairy tales it is. Like maybe you'll find like snippets of pages of fairy tales somewhere in the valley, and then you can go into the library and figure out, where did. And Belle is like, oh my God, you found like the missing pages of some of these books. Like, I've been looking for them. And then you go find the books and you figure out, which book is for what? Is this for Cinderella? Is this for Rapunzel? Like, that would be kind of nice. Another mini game I thought of is like a bit like how people asking orders for Remy's restaurant. Like, a character can tell you what kind of book they would like to read, like kind of give a description, and then Belle gives you like these choices of books that could be good, and then you have to pick the correct one. That would be really, really cool. So like, for example, Anna her description of books that she wants to read will be like rom-com with chocolate or something ridiculous like that. And then you find a book that says, I love you more than chocolate, because it's a rom-com and it's about chocolate, and that would be perfect for what Anna wants to read. That would be really, really good. I think that would be so nice. Now, I bet you're asking, why is this a library, not a bookshop? Well, for starters, library has more hangout spots. There's more seating areas for people to sit in. Again, we need more hangout spots. I guess the bookshops, it does come with the cafe, but I think cafe should be like a separate thing away from books, if I'm going to be honest. But also this last little bit, and I am curious to know what you think about this. If you don't, training manuals. So we all know that you can craft training manuals for different roles, but what if you don't have materials? What if you want to save the materials, or if you're unsure if you want to change role for those characters? So then you can borrow it from a library for free and have that character do that role within a time limit. I think it is a library after all. I think that would be quite a game changer a little bit. Like, I'm kind of happy that you have the ability to change roles for the characters, but the thing is, when you craft a book, do you get that forever, or is it just the once? And then you have to craft it again because you're unsure. Like, I feel like it would be kind of a waste of materials for something that I probably did not want in the first place. So maybe you can do with it in a temporary way of having that character do that role for just a little bit, like for gardening, and then that would be that. Or maybe you just do want to do it temporarily. I don't know, but I would like that. That would be kind of a good thing, you know. It's just like, I'm thankful, but I'm kind of scared to do it, particularly if it involves using Dreamlight to craft them as well. Like, I want to save up as much Dreamlight as I possibly can, because when it's opening new realms, it ends up becoming more and more expensive, you know? So, all right, let's continue. More options for objects. Justice for objects here. The objects I have a little bit of the gripe with, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like we don't have color swatches, and you can't even resize them. I have a bit of a problem with that. Like, I really want to resize objects, particularly that all the NPCs, like, if you want to make a little seating area, but you have like different size NPC characters. Like, you have toys, you have a rat. What if we have Sully in the future? You know, he's massive. So I think you should be able to resize objects, especially in your home. I think you should definitely resize objects in your home. Definitely, particularly pictures. Like, some of the pictures, I feel like they're just so tiny. I just want them to be a bit bigger, as well as rugs as well. You should be able to resize rugs. Have you thought of like resizing tables as well? Like, I found this out in Hogwarts Legacy, so that you can if you want a coffee table, you can make the medium table smaller, and you've got like a coffee table. That would be really good. We could do so much creative things with that. Whether it's bought prices and craftables. Some of the stuff that I have crafted, I'm sorry, they're so small. Like, what is this? Like, what is this? I will show you the pictures in a second. And another thing, yeah, color swatches as well. Same object with different colors should not be separate. There should be color swatches or a color wheel. It should be that simple, really, if I'm going to be honest. Also, you'll be able to add in more colors that way as well, like more choices of colors. So I don't understand why they're doing it this way. Like, you have like two of the same satchel bags, but different colors, one blue and the other's pink. I don't get it. I think you could do so much more with just color swatch, like get rid of one of them and then put color swatches on the other. I don't particularly understand that as well. And particularly with craftables, I like with these chests, they're separate. Why? Like, why do you have to have different things in order to change colors? I don't really like that. Also, I already built a lot of large chests before the color update came. So if I want a green large chest for like a vegetable chest now, I'm going to have to build another one instead of just going onto the chest and then be able to just change the color. I don't know. It just seems so much faff for something so little. Also, the resizing. You see that picture there? That's a Zen garden. Zen gardens are way bigger than that. That cost me 200 sands. How is that 200 sands? No, I'm not having that. It should be bigger. It's so tiny. Like, yeah, bring in resize. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying having small Zen gardens is bad. If you want a small Zen garden, that should also be open to choice. But for 200 sands, I was expecting bigger. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, make it a bit more choices with both sizing and colors as well. Particularly, rather than having the same object, just a different color as a separate thing, just put color swatches on them. Easy. Next, this one. I'm sure you could tell what this is about based on the pictures. Wallpaper. Make wallpaper and flooring easier to get. Why is it so hard to get them? I feel like companies don't particularly understand that as builders, we really love so many choices of wallpaper and flooring, particularly when it comes to designing the house. Like, we definitely need more. I really want to redecorate the house as well, but I feel like I don't have enough choices to experiment, you know? So we've got some options options. I think there should be a wallpaper and flooring section in Scrooge's shop. Now you do get choices of flooring and wallpaper, or like if you go into Scrooge's shop, it's on the stand on the right hand side, but it isn't always wallpaper and flooring. There's also chairs and wall decorations as well. I think there should just be a section of wallpaper and flooring. I think that would be good. That way you have more chance of getting a wallpaper and flooring that you want. Even something that you don't design that you don't want, you might want to experiment with it, you know. We love experimenting with walls and floors. We love doing things with them. Next, have the ability to change color and or patterns. So no matter what, like strawberry and chocolate sprinkle flooring, like maybe you could try change a bit of colors of it. Does it just have to be strawberry and chocolate? Can't it just be, you know, a cake flooring? And then we'll be able to have the ability to change colors and change patterns as well. I don't know, it could do so much more with them so easily. Next, we should get at least one wallpaper and or flooring from Friendship Quests. Like, I'm so happy to get flooring from Mirabelle. That was amazing, and we should get at least one or the other, or even better, both from all of the Friendship Quests. That way there's more choices. All these characters have different styles. I would love to try out their styles. It was adamant in the objects, so I think it should be very much adamant in the floors and walls. Like Ursula and Ariel's houses are so beautiful, so beautiful. So I was kind of surprised that they don't have wallpaper and flooring in their Friendship Quests. So I don't know, I think that would be good. I think we have more chance of getting more wallpaper and flooring. We seem to had got them from main quests very easily, but because we don't get main quests anymore, well, we do, just not as often. We don't get much main quests. We don't get much flooring and wallpapers, so we should get wallpapers and floorings easier in other ways. Same from events as well. Same from events. We should get at least a wallpaper and flooring from each event. It's like from the villain one, like you can easily do like a spooky wallpaper. That would have been so nice. As well as the 100-year Disney. Like that's something that relates to like really old black and white films, like the Steamboat Willie one. Like I feel like we could have gotten a wallpaper and flooring somewhere from the events. And lastly, I'm quite surprised there isn't this for wallpaper and flooring. Customization section. We got this for clothes. Why not for wallpaper and flooring? Just get like a white square and then decorate it. Make like different tiles, like geometric shapes, different colors, like, you know, or different how you want the colors. Like, do you want them block? Do you want them gradient? Do you want to change the opacity? So much. We could do so much with the customization section. I probably won't leave, to be honest. But yeah, that would be very, very, very good indeed. Next. I forgot what this one is, if I'm going to be honest with you. Let's have a look. Yes, digging a grave for digging companions. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Who here uses their digging companions? I could tell you who doesn't use their digging companions. Me. Why? Because I find digging to be autonomous, if I'm going to be honest. If I want to dig, I'm going to dig. The last thing I think about is digging companions, because I found somewhere I would want to dig, and then I'll be like, I suppose I should go get my digging companion then, and then have to figure out who's my digging companions is, and then have to find out where they are, and then have probably on the other side of the valley, and then have to go find them, and then have them come back just for what? Extra dirt? No, I can't. That's so so much, they end up becoming a bit more useless, if I'm going to be honest with you. Particularly that we can get more sand, pebbles, clay from Christoph's stall. And as for getting more soil, well, you can craft more soil now from rich soil, which weirdly enough, you don't get from digging. You get from harvesting veg. So not only is digging companions is becoming a bit more redundant, so is digging as well. So it's gonna be like, what's the point then? Unless you really, 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 really need those resources like that goddamn Zen garden, then yeah, definitely. If you want to craft something that requires a lot of these resources, but at this point, it just ends up stocking up either in your inventory or in your chests, and it come to the point of where what's the point of having digging companions, you know? Outside of that, they just give you an extra coin or two, which you can easily get from selling high quantity of vegetables. Like what's the point? What is 1 or 2 coins gonna do for me? And here's the thing though, with like shards, do they give you extra shards? I don't think they do. It's mostly just extra resources. Like, and I never use the digging training manual. I hardly make someone a digging companion, even if it makes sense. No, it's mostly gardening companions because they give you extra stuff so that you can get money. Same goes for forage and fishing and mines. And I bet you're going to ask me, yeah, but Lily, what about mining? They give you extra stone. Well, they also give you extra gemstones and extra ore. One which you can sell high quantities of and get lots of money, and the other ends up being a very, very useful resource. Ingots is super useful resource. So yeah, but I have an idea to make digging companions a little bit more useful. Hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Archaeology museum, maybe not. Like that would be really good. Like, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm surprised museums isn't a thing now. Like, you get introduced to a museum really early on, particularly that we have Scrooge. Isn't Scrooge all about treasure hunting and artifacts? So why don't we have a museum? Like, archaeology museum, that sounds so good. Like, digging companions can still give you extra resources. I don't think that should go, but they could also help you by finding pieces of history or historical artifacts. Like, for example, pieces of behind the scenes. So you know that you find the like pieces of memories and you get like just one piece of that specific memory. Something a bit like that, but with like photos of behind the scenes. So if you look at this photo here, this is the voice actress of Alice in Alice in Wonderland posing for the character for the artists to draw. And the reason why she has to be upside down is because the body reacts different to gravity when they're upside down, and the drawers and the animators wants to capture that of what the body is reacting when someone is upside down by gravity. Clothes, muscles, hair, face, the whole lot. Otherwise, it can't just be like her standing up and turning the picture upside down, because it will not look right. She had to be upside down. That is iconic. That would be so interesting. And I love history when it comes to behind animation and gaming companies. It's beautiful. Maybe not that. Maybe like iconic objects as well, like a poisoned apple or a grain harvester from A Bug's Life, you know, something like that. Or something related to Walt Disney. That could be related to the company or the guy himself. Like, either way, we gotta have to add a bit of flair, a bit of history there. Use them to donate towards a museum where you can get certain rewards. You can also donate gems, fish, and even unique stuff from realms like bugs from The Lion King. That would be really good as well. Like, can you like getting like the different sort of rewards for different sort of things? Like if you get like a gem, if you donate enough of gems, you might have like something to make that pickaxe just a bit special. Like that would give you extra ore or extra gems or something like that. That would be very, very good as well. So something along the lines like that. Or maybe like if you donate like vegetables. I was thinking of vegetables, but then I'm thinking not, but then maybe like donating vegetables, you can like get something to help you water like the entire patch rather like in sections. That would also be very good. Or like help, that would get you like more quantities of vegetables, more quantity of vegetables or certain vegetables, if you will, or get like specialized vegetables. Again, I'm just throwing out ideas, but that could also be really good. The museum should be owned by Scrooge McDuck, that if donate enough treasure items can give you his inventions to detect more treasure. But I don't want that to be taken away from digging companions. I think that you can only find historical pieces if you're with a digging companion. Because if you know about Scrooge McDuck, when it comes to treasure hunting, he's never alone. He always has his nephews. That includes Donald Duck as well as the little dudes, the little girl as well, and his butler or cleaner or whoever she is. But you know, he was never alone, so you shouldn't be alone to find some historical facts. It could be a friend thing, you know. But with the invention and the digging companion probably can help you detect more treasure. That would also be very good as well. And yes, it would also be another hangout spot for the characters. We need more hangout spots. Where are the hangout spots? And they could also comment on certain items. Like if they see bugs from the Lion King realm, they'd be like, oh, I never seen that before. That is interesting. You know, that would be very good as well. And sorry, I love the pictures. I love animals, but here's a reason for those pictures. And I would like to hear your opinion about this. Companion cafe? Companion cafe? I've noticed that animal cafes is becoming a thing. It's becoming so popular. I think it started, I don't know where in Asia, either Japan or Korea, but then it sort of spreads. Like we got one in London now. Like it's becoming so popular. So why not companion cafe? And we are in desperate need of a cafe. Like we got bubble tea, we got bubble teas, we got different types of coffees as well as mocha. We got hot chocolate. I'm hoping they will introduce us to like iced tea or tea time, like hot tea or like afternoon tea. Like maybe something. We also got like cakes and sandwiches as well. So why not have a cafe, but spice it up a bit, a companion cafe? Thanks to this update, we have got stuff for our companions now where we can like put them in like a little home and see them eating and stuff like that, making like a little pen for them. And that's so cute. But what if we can like donate animal companions and see them interact with the characters? That would be so cute. And yes, that does include the special ones. Like, can you imagine Scrooge seeing a gentleman rabbit and just be like super smiley and happy to see it? I love that. I would love that a lot. Same process as Remy's restaurant, where you can make characters or food orders, but they can also ask for a certain type of companion to hang out with. So like, for example, Elsa could come in, she would do a normal order, like for say, I want to order a carrot cake, but also want to hang out with a white Arctic fox or something like that. That would be super cute as well. And then you would see her hanging out with this fox. That would be a little bit cute as well. I think that would be so adorable. That's just a thing that I would like to see. That's just another thing I would like to see. A companion cafe. I think that would be so cute. Like, I get Remy's restaurant is nice and all. And it's nice to see the characters order something. But I think it's good to see them in a different setting as well. Like, it's too elegant, Remy's restaurant. It's time to go somewhere cozy, you know? Oh, and it should be owned by someone who loves animals. Listen, I'm sure when you work in retail, you have to put all your focus on customers, right? But in this situation, animals comes before the customers, because unhappy animals means unhappy customers. And we do not like seeing unhappy animals. So I think someone who owns this cafe, if it's a companion cafe, should be someone who loves and knows how to take care of animals. Snow White, Cinderella, there is someone who knows about animals. It will come to me. I can't remember who. I don't know. There is someone. I swear it. Maybe the cats from Aristocat. I don't know. But you know, somebody who knows a lot about animals. I think that will be very, very good. Very, very good. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry. I always like to check if I'm recording. All right. Next is the Skull Rock / Cave. Sweetie, what is this? Like, this has been in my view for a very, very long time, and I want to know what this is all about. Call it morbid curiosity, but whenever I see something creepy like this, I want to figure it out. I want to know its secrets. Like, what's it hiding? Can't I break the bottom teeth and see what's going on inside? Are we going to get more about this Skull Rock cave? Like, this can't just be a view thing. You really think that me owning a valley, it was all about friends and love and My Little Pony stuff like that, is gonna have just a random skull? Like, don't get me wrong, I love designing, I love skulls, I love skulls as decor. Call me tacky, but I do love the skulls that it has lots of flowery designs. Absolutely love that. But maybe it would be related to the orb, like just on that little island, maybe. I would love to know more about it. I would love to know more. I can't keep up with the suspense any longer. Next, stop neglecting realms. And I'm not just talking about adding more realms. Like, we know that they will add new realms. We got the Toy Story realm, and we recently got the Lion King realm. So we know full well that they're going to add realms. What I mean is that the previous realms should not be forgotten. So I think, like, they should still come useful to us in certain ways, like collecting unique collectibles that you can only get from these certain realms, like bugs from the Lion King, crayons from Toy Story, and so on and so forth, or elemental magic from Frozen Realm or something like that. Anything really, anything to make them a bit more useful, just a little bit. Particularly if you're thinking about a museum, you can get these unique collectibles and donate them. That would be so good. Get a bit more variety in. And next, maybe the new characters who you find in the realm maybe just doesn't want to move out, you know? And you know what? That's okay. That is okay. As I said, the Disney films has a lot of characters. And because we're getting new characters from each update, we don't know if we'll be able to fit them in the valley. So if we can't like extend the valley, maybe we can still meet the new characters, but they just don't want to move out in the realm. And you know what? That's okay. And it shouldn't stop them for wanting to come out and visit the valley and talk to the other NPCs. I think that is perfectly fine. And we see them coming in and out of the castle. Like, we hardly see, like, the NPCs don't really go into the castle. I wonder why. Maybe because they don't need to. And doesn't the NPCs not want to visit their own realms? That is a question and a half. So yeah, maybe a little bit something like that. And also the realms could be useful for other characters' quests. So like, for example, let's say, I know I'd be using Bugs from The Lion King a lot, but I love that little thing. But if Mother Gothel came up to you and go, hey, I got this making this potion recipe, but I need these bugs and I can't find them anywhere in this valley. And you'd be like, oh yeah, I've seen these bugs. I think I've seen them in the Lion King realm. Maybe I can go in there and get them for you. You know, like getting these unique items from realms. So I don't think the realms should just connect with their specific, what they call characters, owners. Like the Lion King realm shouldn't just be specified to Simba and Nala. All the realms should be open to everyone who wants bugs. I don't like something like that. That would be very, very nice. I would like that. I would want to use the realms more, particularly for other characters' quests. And this one. More character interactions. I would love to see the characters interact with each other more. I mean, they do live in the same space together, so why not interact with each other more? Like, yeah, you do see them like acting out like while talking to the other character and stuff, but I would love to see dialogues. I would like to see reading dialogues. Yeah, I don't see much of them. Really, like the last dialogue I saw was Mother Gothel complimenting Minnie for her style, and Minnie says thanks. That was pretty much it. So I would like to see all the characters like interact with each other and have unique dialogues. Also, I'm just very, very nosy. Very, very nosy. And also, they should also be able to talk to each other in the restaurant. I don't think they should like sit with someone and not talk to each other. They kind of just stare at each other. And then when you walk into the restaurant, they go and stare at you. Don't you find that a little bit creepy? I think them just, you know, interacting and talking with one another, like it makes it a bit more natural as well. And not just the restaurant, but also if there's going to be more hangout spots like a library, museum, cafe, they should still be able to interact with each other. Next, characters who knows each other should bring up something happened in their universe, particularly ones who obviously has like animosity towards each other or like a festering grudge, like Simba and Scar. Like, do not tell me they don't see each other and immediately bring up Mufasa's death. Like, I don't see when they see each other and not mention that. And it's not just that, like, and it's not just like enemies, but also friends as well. Like, I do not see Elsa and Anna talk to each other. Like, they go on for saying, oh my God, I love my sister, they're the best, and then never talk. Like, they should talk more. I should see them interact with each other, like with Anna going, oh my God, do you remember in our childhood, like you would make a snowboard slopes and things like that? That was fun. We should do that again, or something like that. Same goes for couples. There are couples there, never see them talk at each other. Eric and Ariel never talk to each other. Kristoff and Anna never talk to each other. Minnie and Mickey never talk to each other unless it's a quest. I want to see them talk to each other outside of quests. And characters should visit each other's houses. Why not? Why shouldn't they visit each other's houses? Why not they have a sleepover? I think that would be super, super cute. Just the little things, but it would be so cute. Like Mirabelle, Anna, Elsa, and what's her name? Moana, like our friends. Why can't they have a sleepover in Mini Casita? That would be so cute. Or like Elsa would want to go and sleep over at Anna's place and just hang out. Like you're telling me that there's each other's houses and then there are lots of different houses and not once did they thought of visiting each other. As I said before, Eric and Ariel have different houses. You're telling me that when she's human, she did not think to visit Eric's house. Did that happen? Is that a change of that? Please tell me there's a change in that. That would be... Because it wouldn't make sense to change her into a human and have her not go into Eric's house. And next, if you get stuck of what they could like talk about, get inspired by Disney parks. You can easily find clips of people dressing up as characters talking and interacting with each other on TikTok. I think the most famous one, as you can see in the speech bubbles, is Anastasia and Ariel interacting with each other. When Anastasia saw Ariel, she goes, "Oh my God, it's a fish! Do you have a prince? Do you have does he have brothers? Oh my God, you're Ariel and I'm Anastasia, ay, ay!" Like something like that. I love that. That's becoming my new obsession in TikTok. Just watching people dress up as characters in Disney parks and interact with each other. Like they get underappreciated. Like they deserve so much, particularly girls who dress up as the evil stepsisters. Like, yeah, check them out. They're so funny. Like, they're so good. I think that would be so great. Next, did Lion King introduce bug hunting? We should get bug hunting. I was so excited about exploring the realm and be able to catch bugs because I was doing that and I was like, is this bug hunting? Would we be able to do bug hunting? Because bugs could also be useful as well for many things. It could be used for color or display, like taxidermy, like displaying some sort of frames of bugs as well. That would be so good. I want some bugs hunting, particularly that I've noticed that there is much more butterflies now. So does that mean we're going to get more bugs and then be able to add like bug hunting on that as well? Would love that. They could be used as ingredients for food. For some characters, I'm sure that bugs is mighty tasty, like certain monsters and certain lions as well, particularly that they use insects as a grub. So yeah, maybe experimenting with like different sort of meals. It's not going to bode well with Remy, but hey, it's going to be very funny. And next, if there is bug hunting, does that mean we would accidentally catch these bugs? Now, hear me out. Is this me being biased? Yeah, I'm not gonna deny that. That is me being biased. I grew up with Bugs Life. It was my first ever Pixar film. It was my first ever video game. I had the sing-along book. I had the like a different sort of stationery, like a binder of like Flick and Atta on it. I had like lots of various games thanks to Bugs Life. I think I have the PC version of that video game as well as PlayStation. And I also had the like that one Bugs Life game where it's just like full of puzzles that you help Flick create so you can help Flick create a contraption to throw like stuff from the catapult at grasshoppers. Love that game. Loved that game when I was a child. But yeah, Bugs Life. I don't know how this is going to play out if this has come about. Like, but it will be interesting. It will be interesting. I would love to see Bugs Life. I feel like people forget about Bugs Life. Like, Bugs Life is so good. I want to watch Bugs Life again. That was the best. Next, likes and dislikes. Why don't we have likes and dislikes? Hang on. Why don't we have likes and dislikes? I'm so confused. Like for the NPCs, all they have is favorite dishes. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of of like favorite dishes either. So I think, yeah, really I can tell you my dislike, and it's the favorite gifts, because they still react the same whether you give them a favorite gift or not. I actually did do a little bit of experiment of this before this video. I was experimenting this with Mickey, and Mickey, I gave him like one of the favorite gifts first, and he's like, oh boy, that is so cool. And then I gave him something random, a piece of dirt, and he still reacts the same. Like, he's still super like jumping up in the air in excitement and saying that it's nice. So I feel like we should have different reactions to different sort of gifts. So I don't particularly understand why we don't have likes and dislikes. And every character should have different loves, likes, dislikes, and hates to get different reactions, and maybe even have characters a different perspective of you. So, like, for example, you can give someone a gift that they really love, and they would react very positively towards you, and you give another character a gift that they absolutely hate, and they would react like negatively towards you. And just the little things that would really liven it up. So, like, for example, Donald Duck, you're giving him something that he hates, and he would shake his fists at you. That would be a little thing that would be really, really good. I don't know if people would like that, because Disney is all about being happy, but everyone has different perspectives with different people, and I think that would be very, very interesting. And you can choose to be an a-hole. I decided to put that in because I love having that open choice of being an a-hole. Just yeah, it would be fun. It would be super fun. Like, you already can choose to be an a-hole in conversations with characters. Why not just be an a-hole outside of quests, you know? I think that would be funny. Super funny. There's just a little thing as well. Timers on growing plants. That it's a little thing that would be better. So, like, if you plant something and it would just tell you how long it will take for it to be ready to harvest, that would just be, you know, that would be nice to have. That would be nice to have. I would like something like that. That would be super duper nice. And it would just give me a chance to, like, you know, keep an eye on the plants and see how it goes. And I'm sure everyone does as well, so that they can harvest all the pumpkins and sell it all, you know. And this one, I saved the best for last. Multiplayer. We know that there's going to be multiplayer later on at some point in the year, but I am super, super duper excited because we're all in this together. Once we know, I've forgotten the words of that, but yes, we are all in this together. We all love Disney Dreamlight Valley, and we want to play all this together. So yeah, we should be able to. What do I expect from multiplayer? We should visit each other's valleys. I want to see your guys' valleys. I think there would be, because everyone designs valleys in many different ways. And, you know, it'd be so good. I've seen so many amazing valleys in social media. So it'd be nice to see them in the game. So yeah, if it'd be like Animal Crossing where we can visit each other areas, that would be really, really cool. Next, gifting each other. Like, gifting each other like certain objects as well. because you might have something constantly in the shop and that person might never have that object in the shop like ever. So you'll be able to gift each other objects, you know, like the amount of hula lamps I fucking got. It's insane. It's insane. I don't want high quantities of hula lamps. Next, share cooking recipes. I know I'm one of these people where I sort of give up really easily of experimenting with different ingredients to figure out, you know, cooking meals when I might as well just look it up on the internet. But why not have that experience of, you know, sharing cooking recipes, you know? I think that would be really, really good. Like somebody would know that cooking recipe of a recipe of that certain food, a meal that no one knows, and just give them like, you know, some tips, or maybe not like straight out the bat, but like give them like hints of what they use. So like, for example, they want to make like coffee, or latte even, is like it's milk with a certain bean or something silly like that. You know, that could be a little bit cool, sharing cooking recipes. We're all for friendships and sharing here. And next, be able to forage in each other's valleys, particularly with flowers. Flowers. The flowers is going to be the death of me. Like if you don't have like certain type and color of these specific flowers, you can go to each other's valleys and be able to forage some more. Absolutely, absolutely. Still think we should have flower stalls though, and especially if there's just one flower stall that constantly changes. Maybe the flower stall is like holds different items in different valleys, so you can buy flowery stuff in one stall and flowery stuff in the other stall. Maybe, I don't know. Same goes for like Scrooge's shop as well. Like if you don't have that item, you can go and buy stuff from the other person's Scrooge's store. I don't know, if they let you, with permission, of course. And NPCs notices other players. This is probably a bit tricky, if I'm going to be honest. But it would be nice if the NPCs in the other people's valleys notices that there is another person. They would say things like, "I'm glad to see more friends." Or a villain going, "Oh, goody, another one," that kind of thing. So that would be a nice touch if there is more NPCs becoming a bit more fleshed out and starting to notice you. But yeah, that is the end of my PowerPoint presentation. Well, thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. I do hope that you very much enjoy it. And as I say, it is open for discussion. So if there's anything you agree or disagree with what I said, do let me know in the comments down below. I greatly appreciate too. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this. This is mostly a streaming channel, but if you do like these sort of random vids of presentations or anything along those lines, maybe like a tier list, if you want like a tier list of something, do let me know. I'm mostly a streamer, so yes, I definitely have a Twitch where I stream almost daily. I'm currently streaming Witcher 3, Disney Dreamlight Valley, and Sims. I'm thinking of also streaming a new game in the future. So if you're interested, make sure you give me a follow so you can keep up with what I'm streaming. But yes, thank you ever so much for joining me in my video. I do hope you enjoy it. And yeah, do take care everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day and have a wonderful Easter weekend. And I shall see you guys in the future. Do take care. Bye bye.